Our top story this morning, politics heats up over Rahul Gandhi's Telangana visit. BJP IT cell head Amit Malviya tweeted a purported video of the Congress Member of Parliament Rahul Gandhi in which he can be heard asking his party workers about what is the theme and what exactly does he have to talk about before his rally in Telangana. In the video, Rahul Gandhi can be clearly heard asking, what is the theme? Bolna kya hai? Amit Malviya, in a scathing attack, draws a parallel to Rahul's nightclub video from Nepal that surfaced a few days ago and said that this is what happens when one does politics in between personal foreign trips and night clubbing. Rahul Gandhi is on a two-day visit to poll-bound Telangana, where he addressed a massive public meeting in Warangal yesterday.
What is the main theme today? So what is the main theme today? क्या थीम क्या है, क्या एग्जैक्टली स्पीच में क्या बोलना है, यही ऑफ करिए। तो व्हाट इज द मेन थीम टुडे? क्या थीम क्या है, क्या एग्जैक्टली स्पीच में क्या बोलना है, यही ऑफ करिए। तो व्हाट इज द मेन थीम टुडे? क्या थीम क्या है, क्या एग्जैक्टली स्पीच में क्या बोलना है, यही ऑफ करिए। तो व्हाट इज द मेन थीम टुडे? क्या थीम क्या है, क्या एग्जैक्टली स्पीच में क्या बोलना है, यही ऑफ करिए।
My colleague Ashish is now joining me live from Hyderabad. Ashish, good morning to you. A massive rally that Rahul Gandhi addressed in Warangal yesterday, making tall promises, especially for farmers ahead of the very crucial assembly elections in the state next year. But now this video, which has been tweeted out by the Bharatiya Janata Party, definitely a dent to the perception, because it makes it seem that Rahul Gandhi doesn't really know what the real issues on the ground in Telangana are.
Oh, you are absolutely right, Paulmi. This particular closed-door video, which is now out in public, is putting Congress Party in a lot of embarrassment here in Telangana. The video was first tweeted by TRS, the Telangana Rashtra Samiti, which is the ruling party here in Telangana. Then later on, this video was also tweeted by Bharatiya Janata Party IT cell head Amit Malviya, and now this video is going viral. This particular video was shot at the airport, Rajiv Gandhi International Airport, where Rahul Gandhi arrived from Delhi in a flight, and after his arrival, the local Congress leader, including Telangana State Unit Chief and MP Revant Reddy and others, received Rahul Gandhi at the airport and took him to the VIP lounge. Inside the VIP lounge, this particular conversation takes place, and now this conversation, which was supposed to be a closed-door conversation, now out in public, and so far we have not heard any kind of reaction from the Congress Party, but definitely BJP and TRS both making this video viral and questioning Rahul Gandhi. Clearly, if you see the video, it really seems, it looks like that Rahul Gandhi was not well aware about the rally and its agenda, and that's what he was asking to his partymen, local partymen here in Telangana. He was later briefed by Telangana State Unit Chief Revant Reddy and other about the meeting, about the agenda, and the promises he had to deliver in front of the crowd. Of course, the meeting was a massive and mega one. It was a huge meeting. Congress claimed that over 5 lakh people participated in that particular meeting in Warangal yesterday. But definitely, this particular video is making Congress embarrassed at this moment.
Right. Ashish, how is the Congress defending this? What are they saying exactly? Because this is embarrassing for the Congress party on at least 2 counts. One, of course, trying to just defend what Mr. Rahul Gandhi has said, because like it is being made to seem by the TRS and the BJP, it appears that he doesn't have a connect with the people and the people's issues on the ground in Telangana. And here he was making it a direct fight between the Congress and the TRS for the upcoming assembly elections. That's one count. On the second count, that this was a closed-door meeting of the Congress party, and yet there is a video from that meeting that lands in the hands of the opposition, so to say, as far as the Congress is concerned. So the TRS and the BJP both get a hand on that video. So clearly, this appears to be... Okay, Ashish, just stay on with us. Shehzad Poonawalla of the Bharatiya Janata Party is now joining me on the phone line. Shehzad, good morning to you. This video, which has been tweeted out by both the TRS and the BJP as well, shows Mr. Rahul Gandhi asking the question to his local Congress leaders ahead of his rally in Telangana. Theme kya hai? Issue kya hai? Bolna kya hai? Appears that Mr. Rahul Gandhi wasn't quite prepared before his mega speech in Warangal yesterday.
You know, this is what happens when you do politics part-time and you do partying and foreign trips full-time. And therefore, you come and ask a question like, what is the theme? As if you're going for a nightclub party, what is the theme of the party tonight? But the point is that if Mr. Rahul Gandhi's politics is so non-serious, can you imagine if he did not even know the theme of the meeting, what kind of promises he has made to the people of Warangal, to the people of Telangana? How can they be relied upon? Because he clearly did not know half an hour before or 1 hour before the rally what even the theme of the meeting was. So therefore, these are all empty promises, and these are the kinds of elitist and arrogant family-first kind of politics that takes place in family-run parties. And therefore, they think they have a sense of entitlement. They can come 1 hour before, make these false promises which never get delivered upon.
Okay. Also, do you think that the Congress party in itself is in a bit of a disarray? Because here the local Congress is obviously trying to work very hard, trying to prepare a pitch and a campaign for the Congress in Telangana ahead of the assembly elections in 2023. But an inside video of the Congress is out in the open for everyone to see.
Well, clearly it is somebody in the Congress party itself that has put out this video and wants to actually show that this is the kind of leadership they have. And therefore, whether it is the G23, whether it is certain salesmen who are trying to come and make a pitch for the Congress, or whether it is these disgruntled Congress workers, the message is clear that the leadership of the Congress party is a non-performing asset. As you can see, they are more interested in vacations and in profiteering and in partying rather than actually in public service.
But what about the Congress's charge, Shehzad? How would you respond to that the BJP and the TRS are hand in glove?
Well, you know, the Congress party can make all of these charges. We all know what kind of relationship they've shared with the TRS in the past. The question is that if Mr. Rahul Gandhi was serious about taking on the TRS and the Telangana government, he would have come better prepared for this rally and the speech. The fact of the matter is this video shows that this is just a cosmetic opposition that they're trying to put only and only to give the TRS a free run so that the BJP, which is actually rising up there and winning seats there and is putting up a real opposition, is divided. The vote of the opposition is divided. The Congress is actually becoming a B team of the TRS and trying to help it get another term.
Congress is, of course, making it out to be a direct fight between the Congress and the TRS in the assembly election of Telangana in 2023. The BJP, they say, is nowhere in the picture.
Well, that is for all of us to see in 2023, but the Congress party in the last round of state elections that took place did not manage to even retain Punjab, and wherever possible.
Okay. Shehzad, thank you so much for joining us with your views on what exactly the BJP thinks of that video, which, of course, the BJP has tweeted itself. Brijesh Kalappa of the Congress is now joining us on the phone line as well. Mr. Kalappa, thank you so much for speaking to India Today. How would you react to this video, which has been tweeted out by the TRS, by the BJP as well? Them, of course, alleging that Mr. Rahul Gandhi is completely disconnected with the issues on the ground as far as the people of Telangana are concerned, because he seems to be asking after landing in Telangana, theme kya hai? What is the main thing today? Bolna kya hai?
See, naturally, when any political leader visits a state, he always seeks counsel of the state leadership on subjects which are germane to the state. And this happens even in the case of Mr. Modi, even in the case of Amit Shah, and also with Mr. Rahul Gandhi. Now, I think it's most obvious upon seeing the video that, of course, it's always important to find out what the opinion of the state leadership is on various issues, and Mr. Rahul Gandhi has done just that. But the larger issue is this, that you attack Mr. Rahul Gandhi and say that, he's seen with some Chinese agents, and then the BJP again attacks him and says that, no, he's disappeared, while one of their own ministers is found in Kathmandu. This kind of a scenario where the BJP top leadership in social media is targeting one individual, right? And, it's almost like a troll army which is fighting Mr. Rahul Gandhi. Now, the point is this, that if there is so much of, attention on one person, then that person is obviously causing you grief, right? Otherwise, why would you attack him left, right, and center on issues which are really important, non-important, on everything? So obviously, that person is, he has some kind of significance insofar as your political, interests are concerned. Therefore, I think the BJP should stop making a spectacle of itself. And I think in a large way, the BJP and the social media team of the BJP is contributing to Mr. Rahul Gandhi's growth as a political leader. While we thank them, we would also like to tell them that this kind of attention span is going to do you great harm in the future.
Right. Mr. Kalappa, you of course are saying that the BJP is just hanging on to straws. They're seeming to sort of focus on one person only. If he's not causing you as much grief, then why are you focusing on that one person? But the fact is that the content, if you may quote unquote, is coming from the Congress itself. This is a closed door meeting of the Congress party which purportedly happened at the VIP lounge of the Hyderabad airport at the time that Mr. Rahul Gandhi landed in Telangana. And then of course now it's out in the open. So someone clearly who was part of that meeting, who shot that on a mobile phone, has put it out and the opposition has lapped it up. You can't fault them for lapping up anything which gives them an opportunity to point score.
See, this kind of videos always emerge. And when the Prime Minister stepped out and asked the media and he couldn't speak coherently, this kind of a video also came. So ultimately the point is that videos will come and videos will go. But onlookers will know what the truth behind the video is. And what essentially has happened. And like I told you, Mr. Rahul Gandhi has asked a question. What's wrong in asking a question of the state leadership? Are we to impose our thoughts on every state leadership and go around? Is that the job of the central leadership? Is that what Mr. Modi does or Mr. Amit Shah does? That he goes and tells the state leadership, you do this, I don't listen to you. Is that how political parties ought to be run?
Okay. Mr. Kalappa, thank you so much for joining us this morning and telling us what exactly the Congress party thinks of that video which has been tweeted out by its rivals, both the TRS and the Bharatiya Janata Party, in order to allegedly show how Rahul Gandhi is very non-serious about politics. Let's listen in to some of the political reactions that have been coming in. Rahul Gandhi here seems to be asking, this is a video of course that we've not independently verified, but this has been put out by the BJP IT cell, where Rahul Gandhi seems to be caught in a candid moment asking his colleagues, his Telangana Congress leaders, kya bolna hai, theme kya hai? So clearly asking for some assistance as to what he should be speaking about in Telangana. How do you react to that, sir?
No, not just assistance. It looks like Rahul Gandhi had no clue about what was the entire meeting about, because asking about the theme itself explains that he does not know what the local Congress leaders are doing, what the meeting is about, because they have claimed big. They called it a Warangal declaration of the Congress party. A declaration for the farmers was what they claimed. And Mr. Gandhi comes here and asks them what he has to speak, whom is he addressing, which means he does not know why is he here for.